limitations, I think, are maybe on my bike.
It's really empowering just to feel how much and how far I can transport myself with just my own two legs.
I love bikes because they make me so joyful when I ride them.
There is something about the bicycle where, to some people who's not a cyclist, they don't maybe understand that passion, but many cyclists are very passionate.
My community is the bike people, so naturally I surround myself with all these nice people, and then I think that things are going quite well.
Pedal first started 25 years ago by a number of local activists, where our mission is to promote cycling, and our most significant operation is our community bikes.
Whereas most shops operate on the principle that, hey, we've got the skills, come to us and we'll fix your bike for you. It's like we're also thinking like, hey, this is a skill that we can teach and share.
One of the key ways we make money is that we accept donated bicycles, and then we refurbish those bicycles and then sell them.
Just changing pads, changing tubes.
We go through it pretty thoroughly. Replace everything that needs replacing, do all the adjustments, overhaul things, make sure it's clean, check it for damage, any safety concerns.
We're keeping those bikes out of the waste stream, okay? So any profit from OCB would actually be used to subsidize the Pedals for the People program.
Feels pretty good.
Pedals for the People is essentially the social assistance program that that is operated by the Pedal Society. So basically, it's a means for people who are experiencing severe or ongoing financial crisis to have access to a bike parts, and space to get their bike tuned up so that they can keep rolling on it.
Part of the vision right from the very beginning was to be able to provide bikes for people of need, and also to provide training programs.
To tighten and loosen our spoke nipples, they're actually...
Our community bike shop is the space that we operate out of, and then hosting the once a week bike build nights is how we get the bikes built. Get a bunch of people together, some who've been doing bike stuff for a while, some who it's their first time. Just build some bikes, get greasy, and have a good time.
So that's actually where a lot of the energy from Pedal comes, is that most of our volunteers and the people that are involved, they are very passionate about cycling.
Well, I changed my last name to Bicycle 10 years ago, officially, so I have Bicycle on my my driver's license.
I'm a bike nerd, so I've been doing my own repairs over the years.
And they ask me about it, and then I say, oh, I changed it because I really like bicycles. They thought it was a bit strange, but then I said our life is short, might as well. Yeah, might as well do something that feel good about like that.
This year, volunteers involved with the program I think have contributed about 300 hours so far.
So typically we are putting about 100 bikes a year out the door.
We've been able to give out about 40 bikes so far this year.
It's like many hands creating something nice to give to someone as a present.
We wanted to be able to reach out to marginalized communities or people of low income, okay, or people that face barriers to cycling, okay, and that's not only financial barriers, but it's also cultural barriers.
I just recently came to Canada, and I didn't know anyone here. I just started finding new people and new places to visit. I'm studying now and trying to finish my education, and basically I'm going to school every day with my bike.
As a new immigrant, the person will not know the city, okay, and also often they may not even be located in a neighborhood that's actually convenient to get around.
I used to walk for 5 minutes to the bus stop, wait for the bus for at least 15 minutes, and then it will take another 10 minutes to get to school, then walk for another 5 minutes.
I met Amir right after he arrived in Canada, and so obviously being a new immigrant, he's in a position that he would be eligible for the program, and so I suggested to him, well, would you like to have a bike? And then I was quite pleased. He was then got a bike through the program.
This is a lifeline for some people, for sure. Like, there's some people who are like living in like survival mode day to day, and they need a means of getting around, and so a bike is how they get around.
I got the bike set up free of cost. They didn't ask for anything. I used to do biking in Iran when I was very young, and after so many years, when I came to Canada for the first time again, I started biking, and of course it reminded me of those times playing with friends with the bike. It's just very nostalgic.
One of the sort of enlightening things is that our whole car culture has been created just to make money for the car companies and oil companies. And so that was a very empowering thing for me to be able to get rid of my car and to get rid of all these sort of social expectations that, in my opinion, was all BS.
I see so many people riding their bikes all over, way more than 20 years ago, way more. Now you go on 10th or like some of the main bike routes, and you are like, you're in line, you're like in a European city almost. You're gathering up at the lights, and this huge horde of people go. It's quite beautiful. So it has changed. So we're improving. Not fast enough, but.
The hardest thing is to try and do something all on your own. Getting together and sharing bike skills and making a community out of it, I think, is the biggest way.
We've actually been more is we do it. We're getting people on their bikes.
A sustainable life in a city is more than just being environmentally sustainable. Like, that's an important part, but also like all aspects need to be sustainable. Living paycheck to paycheck, being stressed about money. That's not what I would consider a sustainable lifestyle.
If we continue building out the bike network, yes, we will have a golden age, but we're not quite there yet.
The philosophy of the Pedals for the People program comes out of the same philosophy of being a cycling resource center that's accessible to anyone in the city.
Oh yes, the community is one of the main things that causes people to actually feel like they're having a good life.
It's been something that a lot of different communities who believe in equality and have faced struggles of equality have latched onto and made use of.
The cycling community, like many communities, is very diverse. And so it was ensuring that we could reach out to women, it's ensuring we could reach out to people of color, it's to ensure that it's a safe space.
Everyone deserves equal respect and equal access to transportation needs. The more people who are doing something, the more attention it will get. Just community building around it, I think, is probably the best thing.